There's a psychological gap between people who grew up in the 1970s and those born after 2000 that runs deeper than age. It's written in how they think, trust, and handle pressure. And once you understand it, you'll never see generational differences the same way again. Picture this: you're 8 years old. You leave your house at 9 a.m. on your bike. No phone, no GPS, no way for anyone to track you. You explore the neighborhood, build forts, get into minor trouble, maybe scrape your knee. And nobody panics. You just have to be home before the streetlights come on. That was normal in the 1970s. This wasn't neglect. It was childhood. And it built something rare, a deep internal confidence. People from that era still carry this strange belief that says, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll figure it out. They navigate uncertainty without waiting for permission or instructions. Because for them, life started with freedom and risk, not safety and supervision. But here's what makes their psychology even more interesting. Most 1970s kids were raised by parents who survived World War II or grew up right after it. Imagine that. Your father saw real hunger. Your mother knew what sacrifice meant. These weren't parents who sat you down for emotional conversations. They worked hard. They stayed quiet. They survived. And without saying much, they passed that survival instinct down. This created a generation that matured faster. Not because they wanted to, but because the environment demanded it. Responsibility wasn't taught in a classroom. It was absorbed at home. If something broke, you fixed it. If something went wrong, you adapted. If you needed help, you became the help. There was no backup plan. You were the plan. And psychologically, that changes a person. It teaches you that life is serious, but you can handle it. That problems are just part of being alive. That dependability isn't optional. It's survival. So even now, people from the 1970s feel older than they are. Not in body, but in mindset. Their wisdom didn't come from books. It came from watching real life unfold without filters. There's something almost poetic about them. They stand at the bridge between two worlds. One foot in the analog past, where everything moved slow and felt real. One foot in the digital present, where everything moves fast and feels hollow. They remember what silence sounded like, what boredom felt like, what presence felt like. And they watch younger generations drown in noise, overstimulation, and endless distraction. Maybe that's why talking to someone from that era feels grounded. They're not performing. They're not competing. Their confidence doesn't come from likes or validation. It comes from real tests, real failures, and real responsibilities they carried before they even understood the weight. Now let's talk about the generation born after 2000. They came into the world holding screens. Their brains started absorbing information at speeds no previous generation experienced. Notifications, videos, messages, timelines. Their minds have been running at full throttle since they were toddlers. And you can see the cost. They tire faster. They feel overwhelmed easier. Their attention span collapses in seconds. Because their brains process more information in one day than someone in the 1970s saw in an entire week. Social media gave them connection, but it also gave them comparison. They feel behind even when they're doing fine. They feel inadequate even when they're thriving. Their minds never rest. Even when they're relaxing, they're scrolling. And that's not rest. That's just a different kind of stimulation. This generation is incredibly smart, creative, and open-minded. But they're also mentally drained, emotionally exhausted, and psychologically stretched in ways older generations never had to face. They're trying to survive a world that moves faster than the human brain was designed for. So here's my question for you. Which generation had it harder? The 1970s kids who faced physical danger and emotional silence? Or the 2000s generation facing mental overload and psychological pressure? And tell me, were you born before or after 1980? I genuinely want to know which world shaped you. If this made you think differently, subscribe. We explore the psychology behind life every single day. Like this video so more people can find it. And if you want real conversations with people who think like you, join our Discord community. Links in the description. This isn't just content. This is where curious minds connect.